Baltimore, Maryland. It's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Baltimore Ravens versus Patrick Mahomes and the New England Patriots.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back here, so here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 63 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers a week ago for Michel: 25 carries, 87 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
They'll roll him out right toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they run with Michel. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we dealt with
that all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tim Patrick His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Play action. It's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Chris Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Gets past one man. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 44, Mahomes to Michel on the screen. And Michel will have the first down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
He'll buy some time right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or one. And he's in! Touchdown, Patriots! Sony Michel, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Patriots are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense back out there. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson has got his man. It's Andrews. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. All seven, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Got a man. It's Brown. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Dobbins running out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood. Keith Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Big hold of the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
Well, Wilson going to keep it again, and he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets it up past the 35. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Quick slant to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Wilson. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyreek Hill. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Wilson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. He's showing off that arm. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Aguilar. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Patriots.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Mahomes to throw once more. He'll get this underneath to Michel. Touchdown! Sony Michel with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second down, Michel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And that That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Patriots get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Now a 2nd down and 6. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill.
They're not even talking.
All the way in. Touchdown. New England. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Wilson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Wilson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Again, Wilson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now Wilson on first down. Open man is Duvernay. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Dobbins, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll go option to the short side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
The Ravens on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following a touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Being chased out left. He's got Mason complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
But
This game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.